kinds of people we're looking at here. Two different situations. If we both walked onto a plane, I would be the pilot, you would be a passenger. I am an innovator. You are an imitator. I'm a leader. You are a follower. I am a winner, and all of you are losers.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Exit stage left. Exit stage right. There is no place to run. All the fuses in the exit side have been burned out. Now I'm the one doing the challenging.
And starting this moment from now, from this moment on, this will be the moment, starting now, of the genesis of
the Professors of Wrestling.
So what public subs are you gonna go get?
Buffalo chicken tender sub.
You know the Italian's on special this week.
Still buffalo chicken tender sub beats all.
Is that, you never vary from that at all?
Not at all.
Really?
That's my go-to and my only two.
Really? Chicken tender.
Yeah.
And then you put the buffalo sauce on it.
You get it tossed in buffalo.
Right.
And then you go crazy, get it toasted, banana peppers, honey mustard.
So what's the other sub you get then there?
What do you mean?
You said that's the only two you get.
I mean, no, that's my go-to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I misunderstood you there, sir.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Welcome back to the Professors of Wrestling.
We're back on our normal schedule.
We are. We've got it.
And we appreciate everybody who stuck around. And I say, I want to thank everybody for showing the love.
Yeah, for sure. The love has been felt these past 2 weeks.
And so, yes, it's exciting. I think it's exciting to see the community
grow.
Well, just in general, that there's like this indie local thing, and then it's a love and support from everybody.
For sure. Botch takes.
I'm raising my hands in exhilaration because we didn't have any.
That's a good thing.
Or they haven't been reported on.
We're moving up in life.
Yes, we are.
Some news. Sad, but it did happen this past Wednesday. J2 Strong separated his shoulder. What a trooper, being thrown through that gauntlet. He did everything he could.
I didn't know he had separated his shoulder until it was mentioned to us at the end of the show. I wanted to kind of like milling around a little bit before we left.
Right. I didn't think... I mean, Mako has done some stuff, but I didn't think Mako went that far.
Yeah.
So...
And I was not aware of that, and it seems... It's disappointing because you've seen where he was going with the storyline.
Right.
And how is that going to skew the storyline?
Maybe offset it by a few months.
Yeah. Well, we'll see now how bad. We'll have to like do some investigative reporting to find out what's going on.
TMZ.
Yeah. Not TMZ, but like some VLD.
Some VLD. Find him on the street.
Yeah. Search him down.
Yeah. We are going live. We're going to live stream a pre-show for the SWA showcase.
Yeah. I'm
pretty excited. Practicing this week with some stuff, testing the bandwidth. I think interview your favorite wrestlers as they come through.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
I was thinking about this. We got to go get some like sports coats.
Sports coats?
Like we got to be professor-like.
Okay.
You know, for the pre-show.
Should I wear a tie?
No, I mean, maybe. I think we should head some, do some thrift shopping.
Okay.
And go find some, like, elbow patchy type, professor-y type things.
You got it. Tell us what color our suits should be.
Maybe. I think we should find the most awesome, whatever awesome is.
Yeah.
Asterisk. And just look professional. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. We can argue. We can talk about. I say argue about this. We can talk about this off mic.
Sounds good.
But we've got a little bit of time to prep for it. So I think we need to go to Salvation Army.
See what they can do.
See what they can do. And there's a couple of those places.
We are close to having a logo and some merchandise is on the horizon.
Yes, and we say on the horizon because we don't want to say a specific date because our graphics dude is what?
Out of the country?
Yeah. how many hours? 7, 8 hours ahead time.
True. So communication is kind of difficult some days.
Yes. So we're dealing with that. That's what happens when professors of wrestling go international.
You did it a month ago, and now our graphics guy has done it. Thankfully, our lawyer is still...
Yeah, he's in Philadelphia. But logo's coming along. They just need some fine touches.
Right.
And we kind of sneak peeked it the other day. We showed it to Order 66. They kind of liked it.
And then, what is it? It's on Facebook a little bit.
Yeah. So I popped it up in one of the things. So it's cool. Just fine touches on it there before we start dropping some coin on that.
Yeah.
And lastly, in the news, do you want to announce this one?
We want to be Taco Bell famous.
Yes.
Want to be able to walk into Taco Bell and just get nachos for free.
I think that's a good lofty goals.
Yeah, it's out there. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page, The Professors of Wrestling. Like the Facebook page, share it all. We love when subscribers, people who listen, join in on the discussion because it helps make this fun to have that kind of communication with everyone. And we want to be a community of people who love Southern indie wrestling.
Like South Georgia, North Florida type thing is our shtick.
For sure.
And so with all of that, we're hopefully, I think we'll have our own merch table, and you can actually, some of us know, we've been pretty, some people have figured it out, who we are.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll go back to Hollywood.
And too, we got our name got dropped in the ring. And Spinebusters by Preston.
I saw that. All I need to know is where can I get an American Most Hated shirt?
That's a good one. So we throw that out there. But anyway, look for some merch. Help us grow.
Yeah.
We're not greedy.
Not at all.
We just want to be Taco Bell famous.
That is it.
I was thinking about the something to chew on.
Yeah.
And this is a conversation that we had a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
2 episodes ago. And revising it back because we got talking about it, particularly with Roxy Rouge. And then Royale.
Yeah.
Was it Shalandra?
Yeah.
Royale is women's division in all promotions. This is not particular to any, but this is also some of the stuff that I've got to without you, and also some of the other kind of local regional stuff is just like to see a stronger female lady presence, and I don't know if that's due to it's a numbers game to where it's more male dominated, more men are participating in this thing, or going through things, or whatever the deal is.
I'd like to see an even card. I mean, I think we've seen in the women's division, it's a constant of same matches.
Yeah.
And that's nothing on the promoters. It's just we'd love to see more. Because I think once like Roxy Rouge, she's a great wrestler. I like to see her have more competition. I mean, I
would see at least two ladies matches on a card, to where then when you have the female championship belt, that gets taken more seriously versus then it's kind of some sort of kind of like novelty.
Because the Slayer Lena has been running around dodging matches.
Yes.
For a minute.
A long time, and within that. And then that also brings us to a conversation we've had in the car several times, and I don't know if we've talked about it. It's something to chew on. But tag team divisions, stronger tag team divisions.
Yeah.
To make that belt seem like it has more weight to it.
Because what is it? Then this isn't... Just for example, we saw Task Force and Nightmare Syndicate.
Yeah.
And the Renegades.
Right.
And that was that for about 3 months.
Yeah.
But there's others. I would love to see Soviet Assassin.
Yeah.
As a tag team. Maybe bring him and Dan.
They were a tag team for like a hot minute, but why were they a tag team before?
Right. I think it was one of those random tag team-ups when it first happened. But I think they could go far. Give give someone a run for their money.
I think it depends on what you do with the Soviet Assassin storyline.
Right.
And now you see why and we'll talk about this later in the show, why is he teaming up with Dan? This makes more sense to me as a fan.
Yeah.
Versus kind of like the Soviet Assassin, and was Dan, what's his character? Is he a face? Is he a heel? Where's he at? They've done the turn storyline with Soviet Assassin. It makes more sense to put those guys together.
True.
But bring more tag teams. And again, you can't necessarily put this on the promotions. It's people want to be in tag teams.
Right.
And when you look at the major promotions, particularly WWE, who is much more into the singles stuff, that sometimes resonate. It rolls downhill. And then if you look at what AEW is doing, and look at how many tag teams are going to be on that, maybe that will revive
the great tag team.
Oh yeah.
And it goes back to our conversation of last episode and what makes a great tag team,
which was a great question.
Yes, and so hopefully we'll see over the next, I give it 5 months, see if it builds into new tag teams, because then we have the other promotions coming in, and you can see.
Exactly. And the last thing I was thinking about this is prepping for the show this morning. What wrestlers would you like to see grow in character? And a side note, an asterisk on this is like some of the wrestlers we've seen grow, both look, style, what they bring into the ring, and we secretly are super fans of Chris Spider.
For sure.
Even though he's the lowest on our ranking of the Nacho scale, it's because he's a heel.
Yeah.
You can't put the heel number one.
I don't know.
This is not how it works. But I'd like one, particularly last time when we saw him at Vindication, his look with that's the tosh,
the
stash, the haircut, the look. I think that looks totally fits into like a slimy, creepy, just somebody you just want to love to hate.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it'd be interesting to see where he goes. He's not afraid to fight anyone.
Yeah. And so where is he going with that character? I'd like to see that. Like I'm interested to see where his development. I like to see it and grow more and more.
For sure.
And what role he's going to play in the in SWA or any other type of promotion he's participating in.
I got Brother Azrael.
I would agree.
Last 2 months, I want to say we saw an upswing.
Yeah.
New entrance music, new swag, new confidence when it comes to the ring. And then you see that it's always getting closer to that win, and then they just pull it right in front of them.
They're pulling the Dante Steele on him.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that's a new adjective for it.
The Dante Steele.
That Dante Steele. I think like Dante Steele's another one too. I think he seems maybe a step or two ahead of Brother Azrael.
Right.
Of like, we saw him like I don't know if it was Sunbelt or even at Spinebusters. Like, okay, where's he going? Because he was the dragon, right?
And now that's gone?
That's gone, yeah. And now he's the Steel, and you see him kind of like taking that and growing. I like where it's going, and hopefully he's won some matches or wherever he's at. And when Sunbelt comes back from vacation,
it'd be great.
Or maybe he'll come back and do some Spinebusters if time permits and whatnot. But I'd like to see Brother Azrael kind of like not copycat, but grow too.
Here's one that I just want to throw out there for you.
Yeah.
Hunter Young.
Yes, or as our other professor friend,
Jose.
But
it's just like, man, it's all right. It's one of those. Hunter Young is a very respectable person.
Yeah.
Who takes care, who's appreciative of the fans. And it'd just be interesting to see where he goes next.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him in a lot more promotions.
Yeah.
Not to saturate the market, but just to see if he can grow.
And maybe like we're going to be trying to hit some new stuff next month. No, not in July. Yeah, I think in July and August.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll be seeing him there. So, I agree. Those are, I think there was 3 or 4.
3.
We see they're growing up on the rise. So that's, I don't know, is there some other thought that you all may have on like what are some on the women's divisions, tag teams, what wrestlers you'd like to see grow? You want to see rise up in the ranks, maybe from the bottom of the card to up to maybe mid card or even top of the card. Interested to hear what you think. Audience topics next, and of course, Beatrice chimes in on Rod, and we'll get more into what happened with Rod when we talk about Vindication here in the show. And I'm paraphrasing this, Beatrice, just to let you know, Rod's future.
Rod's future. That's a heavy thing to unpack. He hasn't won a match in
3 or 4 times?
4 months. For
SWA.
SWA.
Right.
Hasn't given him a W. Somehow I don't see him bouncing back at the summer showcase.
You don't? Well, we don't know if it's official yet. Or yes, it is. Oh, I guess we'll talk about that.
Yeah, a little bit later on.
So we kind of sneak peek that one.
What do you think?
I think we're going to talk more about this. This is kind of more a teaser.
Yeah.
On here it's going to be interesting what's going to go on with Rod, and this also ties in with JP Nasty, ties in with Blaze, ties in with Vincent, ties in with the SWA promotion altogether, what's going on.
And James Morrison.
Yeah.
We'll throw him in.
So, Rod's future is a good question. I think we're going to find out more
as we go through.
At the showcase.
Yeah.
Sam Skaggs. And we mentioned J2 Strong's injury. And do you think there's backstage heat with Hunter Mako and the Booker for that one? I think whenever somebody gets injured, there's always going to be heat because you're very emotional.
True.
You're in the moment. You're raw. This is something that obviously J2 Strong wants to make a career, wants to elevate himself, and when you get an injury, you see this on all type of athletes, all types of sports, whether it's in wrestling, soccer, hockey, so on and so forth. You feel like this is an impediment to where you're going to go next because also you've got future bookings. How is this going to impact that to other promotions that he may be dealing with?
True.
And then he was build up, and we'll talk about this in just a few, like the build up to like what led to him where he got injured in the Booker, like could have been better booking. I think it's a good question, and I would lean towards yes. And is this gonna make follow? What do you think?
I would have to say that a little bit. I think Hunter Mako wants J2 Strong at the top of his game, just to prove that he's the best in the world.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, Hunter Mako's he's undefeated. So he doesn't want a cheap match. He wants someone that he's not afraid to wrestle anyone.
I think you're giving Mako too much credit.
Baby Shark, Baby Shark is
Shark, too much credit.
This next one is pretty interesting as far as, is Mako actually going to drop the belt after injuring someone on the roster? No way. There's no way possible that the undefeated Hunter Mako,
America's most hated faction member,
drops his belt. If it is, that's something deeper than deep.
If Hunter Mako were a face,
yeah,
yes,
for sure.
But as a heel, hell no. Why does a heel want to give up because somebody else is injured?
Right. That's just
somebody who's got to step on and get up to the top.
That increases his title run. Man, if Hunter Mako gives up the belt, I feel like I may have to give up nachos at Taco Bell.
Really?
Yeah, because I only get them like once. I'm not going too extreme.
Yeah. You've had those. Well, we're getting ahead on the. Yeah. We're previewing. That's a tease. So that is audience topics. Anytime you want one of those topics, just let us know because I pop it up like a week before and also like the morning before we record. But and I think we'll probably be able to explain more of those as we get into
the show.
The show here. Destiny Combat Championship Wrestling, DCCW. Did I do 2 C's or 1?
DCCW?
DCCW.
Destiny Combat Championship.
We have no news, but August 31st, I'm going.
I'm not doing anything, so yeah.
So you will be going, Dorrian, and then we'll have a review. I'll try to reach out to those people I didn't before the show because they didn't last time. Anyway, and then EPW has a show next month, the 20th, at Pearson. I think it's in our driving range.
Okay.
And then August 3rd, they're in Waycross in our driving range.
Wow.
And again, still both cards. And we mentioned this last show. Both cards are being worked on and will be posted soon. So I'll reach out to them to find out for the next show if we can get the card for the July 20th show, we can hopefully be able to preview that.
That'd be good to know.
Sunbelt,
Waiting for fall.
he's on vacation. Can't blame a guy.
No, you can't. You can't. I can't wait for fall to hit, because once it hits, I think they're gonna take off strong. Hopefully, in this time, they're thinking of storylines that they want
Yeah.
and how they're gonna be played out over the next few months.
I'm interested. It's going to go on with the internet belt.
True.
And I wonder if we're going to get heat from our good friend El Nino. He's kind of like,
He's been really quiet.
he's dissipated. Like every storm builds up, rumbles. Like every small child, it's a temper tantrum, and then it must be nap time.
What is it? Ready to see Mike Payne?
Yeah. And maybe we'll see him at some of those other promotions.
True. What is it? I was sitting at Spinebusters watching the show, and I thought to myself, here's what would be an awesome interview.
Yeah.
The old heads of indie wrestling. Mm-hmm. Let's get Preston. Let's get Preston Vest in the third.
Yeah.
Preston Paradise. And Mike Payne. All to sit down.
Yeah.
And talk about the business and how it's changed over time and how they're
I would get Brooks Robinson in from Sunbelt, too.
true.
He's been around.
And just see what would happen.
Yeah. That could be a special episode.
Something. It's something. But speaking of Spinebusters, Temperature Rising was June 19th.
I think this is also, we got to start looking. We made notes on predictions.
Man, I took some L's.
Some L's. Yeah, I think we had some pushes in there, too.
Yeah.
But that happened June 19th in Mathis Auditorium in the VLD. And they had a month off.
True.
And so they came in, and the first bout, which was J2 Strong, which I predicted would win, and Brother Azrael, which you predicted would win. And then we got into it. It was a good battle. I think it was a strong start for first bout on the card.
And how it happened is what made it really strong. You know, Connor Mason getting suspended.
Yeah.
Something I didn't see coming. Preston Paradise, the whole American Most Hated coming out.
So that made sense because we go, what's at stake? What is the stake? And we didn't know they were going to pull that shenanigans.
True. It was for the number one contendership for Mako's Spartan title.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool after each match. So, like you said, Brother Azrael versus J2 Strong, and we thought, okay, well, it's over.
Right.
Nope. Preston Paradise is just like, now let's give you another one. Jamal Garuda.
Yeah.
J2 Strong. Didn't worry about him. I mean, he defeated Garuda pretty easily.
Yeah.
But it was that third match that we've been teasing since who knows how long. J2 Strong versus Proc the Croc.
I thought the way this match would build up and the way they were teasing it in some of the videos is they were going to beef. It was going to be like heat, right?
True.
Like their friendship was going to dissipate. Obviously, Proc the Croc had to miss a show or two due to personal reasons as J2 Strong did a shout out to him in one of the events. But it was almost like brother versus brother.
True. It was... as much as I wanted to see this match, this wasn't the time for this match.
No.
I think the build-up had left out because I really did wanted to see how they would face off against each other.
Yeah.
This one was more of a put me out of my misery so I can win.
Yeah.
And I want to see you succeed.
I think I would like to see him just Proc the Croc, lay down, take the pen.
Yeah.
Take one for your friend. Like, this is, okay, I would have booked it this way. This is an armchair booking, all right? You know you're building up. You know he's tired.
True.
You know he's gone through two just knock out, drag out. He's tired. Just take one for the team.
Yeah.
And then put that in the you owe me category.
But it was part of, Preston Paradise being out there on ringside saying, hey, you better give it your all or you're fired.
Did he say that?
I'm paraphrasing, but I want to say, because Proc the Croc did want to, lay down.
Yeah, I would have laid down for it and then say, all right, then what is my? Because because his wife, Preston Perez's wife, came in and anointed almost Shotgun Charlie of the local country radio station for the night commissioner.
99.5 Kicks Country.
And we don't even get paid for saying that.
But we do not. Yeah, we don't get paid.
We didn't get any dimes for that.
But it was cool saying Shotgun Charlie Walker.
Yeah. It was. Who was the guy at Pose that we kept?
Paul Sullivan of...
Yeah, where he kept talking about the Ford dealership or the Dodge dealership in town. So he comes in and takes it over. But J2 Strong did defeat Proc the Croc in order to make him the number one contender for the Gladiator. No, not the Gladiator, for the Spartan belt, excuse me.
And it was right after that of where...
he got injured.
And it wasn't until the paramedic came in, along with the sheriff, that I thought, wow, this is something.
I thought that was part of what was going on. And I think we need to go back is when people come up to us and like, why didn't you talk about this? Sometimes there is so much going on.
True.
Like, not only what's going on in the ring, but what's going on outside the ring with the fans, the other wrestlers coming in. I mean, it was
a lot.
It's very sensory. It can be sensory overload. So this goes back to the thing is, what's going to go on with J2 Strong? How severe is this? Because we're going to have to do some digging, some questioning. We have to message J2 Strong, find out. I think we should go direct to the source.
Message J2. Noted.
Message J2 Strong.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Say J2 Strong is out for the next promotion. Would Proc the Croc be the next person up? Would you?
So, here we go. If you want to talk, you do a three-way between Brother Azrael, the Jamal character, Proc the Croc. Winner then becomes number one contender.
All depends on how long J2 Strong is out.
So, storyline-wise, Proc the Croc then
defends, trying to defend his brother. His fallen brother. Brother Azrael trying to climb the ranks. And then, I don't know the angle for Garuda, but...
So, Proc the Croc comes in, and then, I mean, that could lead to interesting storyline. It's a jealousy issue and whatnot.
We're just backseat writing. We're not pushing anything special.
No, so going in there, but I was when I say disappointed, I was saddened to know that he actually got it. You don't want to see anybody get injured in the ring. That's not. We don't go to see car crashes or anything like that. You just want to see good local independent wrestling.
Yeah.
So again, speedy recovery to J2 Strong. We will find out for the next episode. We should hopefully, fingers crossed, know what's going on. But I think I agree. I go back. I like the Proc the Croc angle.
Yeah. We'll see. This next one is always weird when we see this one. It's David Ali versus Shalandra Royale.
Yes.
She was the Gladiator champion.
Right.
And I think even as from the crowd perspective, we were just like, we want this Shalandra to win.
Yeah.
David Ali throughout this match gave her opportunities to say, hey, quit, and just give me my belt back.
Yep.
And that didn't even work. But she was strong. She was definitely strong throughout this match. And David Ali took it slowly.
Yeah.
In the beginning. And I was just waiting for him to pick it all up. And then, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think David Ali is a great worker.
True.
He is the guy. He is a great heel. And I've heard this on some of the other wrestling podcasts that I listen to, is one of the complaints about heels nowadays, and I think we maybe even talked about it last show, is they all want to be cool heels. They want to be like the Stone Cold Steve Austins. They want to be somebody that, the cool anti-authority figure. He commits to that character.
Yeah.
And he does not give a hoot what people think. He's there to win, take on. I can appreciate America's Most Hated for that whole point. They're true heels in that like, I'm the bad guy.
I'm not here to be good.
And so, heels, and he commits to that character, and by any means necessary, by America's Most Hated, that FU attitude they have, I really appreciate. I think he's great in the ring. He I think anybody who's wrestling against him it's gonna be a great match because he's gonna make them look better.
Right.
And I think him winning that, not surprised. He's got more experience. He's got more tricks up his sleeve.
For sure.
He's got a faction behind him.
And at this point, even though was it America's Most Hated wasn't running the show as commissioner at this point, they were still around the ring helping out as much as they could. We'll see how this turns out long term, because the Gladiator champion is constantly changing, and we'll see. And it leads into what happened next.
So he wins it.
David Ali.
David Ali beats her, and you would say how you would expect him to win by any means necessary.
By any means.
Hold My Beer Hansen comes out. A new ring attire. I like the new ring attire.
Okay.
He's got new tights. He's not wearing cutoff jeans, but they're like wrestling tights.
No more jorts.
No more jorts. Hold My Beer comes out, challenges David Ali.
Yeah.
To it.
24/7 rule.
24/7 rule, can do it anytime.
Yeah.
And to his credit, wins the belt.
Hold My Beer Hansen. I mean, we've been seeing this one build up. This is one of those side stories that you see is constantly there and growing. The promotions between the two, as far as cutting promos and saying,
Yeah.
oh man, what's going to happen? Hold My Beer Hansen was true to his word. As soon as he saw David Ali, he was ready to beat his ass.
Yeah. You knew that was coming down the pipe.
Yeah. And it was a good match. I wasn't too worried about it. I think, what is this? It answers one of these questions that you've always asked. Does a certain wrestler need the belt to be big enough in the company?
Does it help raise their stature?
Right. I would say that this helps Hold My Beer Hansen.
Yeah.
I think Hold My Beer Hansen, I'd say he can do a good title defense with this one.
Okay. I want to jump back here because I want to go back to the predictions. You predicted Rookie Royale would hold on to it.
Yeah, it was off.
And I predicted David Ali would win, so I get the check in that one. But we both did not predict
Hold My Beer Hansen.
Hold My Beer Hansen would come into that one. So this is, we were talking ahead of time. I think that challenge was going to come.
True.
I feel like I would have liked to seen him challenge him after he won that.
Versus the run out.
We'll come out, run out, and go, listen, man, you've heard me barking. Let's do this. And Hold My Beer Hansen is kind of like this blue collar, American pride and all this stuff. Strong ethos face. Like likes cheap beer and like probably country music and drives a pickup truck. All that stuff. Hardworking American values come out and like, I want this belt, but I want you to be 100% ready. What you were saying, Mako, which I think Mako is like, whatever. I don't care if you're beat. I just want the belt. I'm going to hold it, but whatever I got to do by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
Hold My Beer Hansen next month. You, me, in here, and then challenge them that way. I would like to see, because then you get a whole month of building up storyline of like videos back and forth. And says this felt a little bit rushed.
Yeah, you wonder, does this go against? If we were to do the build-up, does it go against the Gladiator Championship? What is it? That 24/7 stick? Does it give someone a chance to battle back and forth, build a storyline? Because you look at this one, and it's David Ali, Shalandra Royale, Hold My Beer Hansen, and not to jump ahead, but Cassius Mack.
Right.
It's these four people competing for this one belt.
But I mean, we saw like we talked about last episode. Would Hold My Beer Hansen, would he challenge Shalandra for the belt as a man, of a character of like that of his nature, versus like you see the David Ali thing, and then we are getting ahead of stuff when we talking about Cassius Mack. Why does Cassius Mack care about like this belt?
Yeah. So we wonder, where does this story go now?
Yeah.
It's something to think about. Oh.
And then I think after we saw Jay Too Strong do three matches in a row, then we get a double thing. Could we have just maybe there was a little bit as an audience member,
timing wise?
Yeah.
Because what is it? I clocked the first till beginning. Bell started at 7.
Yeah.
until the end of J2 Strong versus Proc the Croc was 43 minutes. That took up the first 43 minutes of the show. Granted, it was good,
Yeah.
but it's a long time, and not to say there was no intermission
Yeah.
or
That's a lot of time you spent. A good well over a quarter of your
show.
building to that storyline, to
Yeah.
which we're like, J2 Strong, separated shoulder, what's going on?
True. Favorite part after this match between Hold My Beer Hansen and David Ali, the Natty Lights.
Yeah.
Him and the fan drinking the Natty Lights, chugging it.
He is a fan favorite.
Yeah, for sure. I also want to know how they got the Natty Lights in.
Yeah. How warm were those Natty Lights?
Right. Don't want to be a party pooper, but man.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking warm Natty Light.
No, warm Natty Light is like drinking warm the lower end college beers.
PBR.
Coors Light, Bud Light,
Old Milwaukee.
yeah, Schlitz.
Cool. Yeah.
We could go through them. Olympia, do they still make Olympia?
That's the...
I used to drink that back when I was in college. That was my go-to. That was my cool old hipster beer. Anyway, so
Congratulations to Hold My Beer.
oh yeah, congratulations. I mean, we knew he was really wanting that belt. He was super excited about that. Where are they going to go story-wise with this?
True.
Because I think we need to talk about that when we get to. Let's talk about Hunter Mako versus Braddock.
Ends in a no contest.
Yeah,
Well, first, welcome back to the BTB.
big time boys.
Big time boys, because now we know their names. Man, ends in a no contest due to interference on both sides.
Yeah,
Shotgun Charlie Walker
yeah,
comes in
yeah.
and makes it a tag team match.
This is we talked about this during the thing. Why does Micro need to wait for Shotgun Charlie Walker to say get in there
Man,
and save his man? If your tag team buddy's getting a beat down, go out there and save his ass.
yeah, it took a long time.
I was wondering that I go like you always jump in when your buddies are getting that's part why you have buddies a tag team like that
For sure.
So I was confused on that angle. Maybe I'm just confused on that one. I get why it was made a tag team. Like I think if he jumps in and it becomes like this big schmaz going in there. That's when Shotgun Charlie Walker
Yeah.
goes, all right, enough. This is a tag team match now, right? To me, that makes a little bit more storyline sense.
We're co-writing.
We're co-writing.
Also, at this time, you have Connor Mason coming back in because he bought a ticket.
Yeah.
So he sits front row.
You can see pictures of that, him standing behind Preston and Mako while this is going. What's going on?
But American Most Hated versus the BTB.
Yeah.
For me, I thought, is this a preview to Spinebusters' future tag team division as far as the belt that they were talking about creating?
Yeah.
How would Hunter Mako and Preston Paradise stack up as a tag team? Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't disappointed in it. It worked just how I thought it would. By any means, they would do what it takes to win. Mm-hmm. BTB had their flashes of moments, but it wasn't their night.
No. I'd like to, it hasn't been their night in a while because they had to go
Logan Creed,
who's just a monster.
Yeah.
On this. So this is when we looked at this one, this was a non-title match.
True.
But we both went with Hunter Mako, which I think this is another push one because it turned it into a no decision in the tag team thing.
Yeah.
So again, a push on there, which brings us to what they called the co-headlining Hayden Price, Flash and Cash.
Yeah.
Versus Cassius Mack. And it goes in there. Hayden Price wins.
This was a scary match as far as like, not to like get on the wrestlers, but some moves that didn't work.
Right.
And I was worried. Safety police, unfortunately, me.
Yeah.
I was like, are they okay?
Yeah.
Did this work out well? Because you saw a little bit of the limping towards the end.
Correct.
More than normal. But Hayden Price, Cassius Mack, I think even us as fans wondered why did we need this match? Because Hayden Price, I think we all picked Hayden Price for this one as an easy win.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
I see Hayden Price as a contender for the for the Titan Championship. I see him in that heavyweight level.
For sure.
I see him challenging, I could see him easily challenging storyline Johnny Maverick or going against, Preston.
True.
Or any of the America's Most Hated characters.
And this is where you push Cassius Mack to like the Spartan versus the Gladiator.
Yeah. And I don't understand. I guess where we're confused is why does now Cassius Mack care about the Hold My Beer's Gladiator Championship belt?
When he can go, and that's no diss on this belt. It's just Cassius Mack.
He's been on a losing streak for a while.
For sure.
Why is he all of a sudden calling out Hold My Beer Hansen? Where has their heat been between those two?
Put him through a table.
Is that, give me a storyline on that.
Yeah.
I think where we get in confusion too is also you got to help us as audience members understand the rules.
Which part? Oh yeah, because we're like, is this a disqualification match? Out of nowhere, you'd see chairs, and you'd be like,
well, is this because we've got Shotgun Charlie Walker, who's interim commissioner, who we see at all these matches?
Yeah,
super fan. But he's not, maybe he's not privy to what's going on with the board of directors here at Spinebusters.
Yeah,
he's just gunslinging it, right?
Shotgun.
He's just shooting all over the place. So I'm confused on why Cassius Mack wants to hold my Beer Hansen's belt.
Yeah, but this was my only win of the night. So
did you?
So
okay, a win's a win.
A win's a win. Hayden Price took it. Hopefully everyone's okay. And we say that with any match that hopefully we're all good.
Yes. Which brings us to the final match of the evening.
The main event, was it 4-month build-up?
Yeah.
Think about back to when Logan Creed won the opportunity.
He won the Battle Royale, whatever they call that.
Yes, to challenge Johnny Maverick.
Yeah.
Few interferences in the separate months, coming out, making sure his presence known.
Yeah.
Saying, Johnny Maverick, I'm here, and I want that belt.
I liked how they took their time to build up to this.
Yes. I think even looking at this one, Logan Creed, he didn't talk for those first few months until this night that he started opening up as far as character-wise.
Yeah.
But it ends in a no contest.
Before we get to that, I gotta say the best shutdown of the night is there's that kid in the audience.
Yeah.
Who's always yelling stuff, which is fine, whatever. We do it. Everybody does it. But this kid was like, no one likes you. And then he said, no one asks you. And that kid just shut up for the rest of the bout. I was like, boom, high five. I was laughing so hard, and that kid was sitting in his chair, just with the pouty face after he got, and it was his grandfather, I'm gonna assume, and everybody's laughing at him.
Oh yeah,
because he was like, "You just got shut down."
But that kid, he says some things.
He's got. I mean, okay, I came back from Ireland. Some 10-year-old kid says some stuff that would make anybody blush, and I'm known for having a filthy mouth, but this kid, he's as compared to these Irish kids that I saw,
he's on par.
No, he's like kindergarten. These kids are advanced graduate school stuff. This kid is bush league, but it's a support. You're just at a different place, cultural differences and whatnot. But yeah, he put that kid in his place.
Good deal.
And in a funny, non-offensive way.
True. That's always good.
I just wanted to get that in there because you were laughing pretty hard at that too.
Yeah, I was. This match, it was something that was built up for, I guess, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Storyline was going great. The way it ended, not so much happy about it. Pure goodness comes out.
Right.
Ruins the match. Us as fans were like, wow, way to ruin such a great story.
Yeah, I thought the battle between Johnny Maverick and Logan Creed, this was a great match between, obviously he's got height.
Yeah.
He's hugianic. And not to say that Johnny Maverick's he's no delicate flower by any stretch of the means. He was holding his own.
True. This prompts, what is it, Hayden Price
Yeah.
with the pure goodness interference to come out. Finally, the commissioner of the night, Shotgun Charlie Walker, sets up next month's match to be the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Hayden Price, pure goodness, Logan Creed, and the champion, Johnny Maverick.
Right.
For the Titan title.
For this one, because I am not the most rules conscious person in the world, but how is this going to be? First one pin? Is this going to be over? What are the rules going to be for this match? Give me some promos to help set this up a little bit, as Spinebusters. Please set this up. Help me know. Because we both picked Logan Creed to win the belt.
Yeah.
And so this is a push. This is another one who's like, we were both wrong in this one. But I don't understand. I was confused as like, okay, so Pure Goodness comes back. He was just kind of like a whiny child.
Yeah.
It's my turn, and then starts just telling everybody that we suck as an audience member.
Pure goodness, you're just back there chilling.
Yeah, you were just sitting back. He didn't look like he was upset when he was sitting there watching the match.
No.
Didn't seem like he maybe should have gone to the concession stand and grabbed some nachos or a hot dog or a Mountain Dew or whatever.
And chilled out and watched
chilled out, yeah. And maybe then slid in going, that's my belt after the winner. I don't know.
What is it? Hayden Price? This one was, I think, out of the three, Hayden Price coming in at this point was out of the norm. Like, what sets up Hayden Price to be a part of this colossal match?
Yeah.
The history, maybe we're missing it, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I know the history, pure goodness is pure goodness. And Logan Creed and Johnny Maverick already have that storyline set up. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Spinebusters returns to Mathis July 24th. Will Connor Mason still be suspended?
That's a good question.
What is it? David Ali was wearing a Connor Mason shirt on his way out.
Yeah.
So is that feud over? Is he a Connor Mason guy now?
Who knows? But who is the number one challenger for the Gladiator belt? I mean, why is it Cassius Mack?
Yeah.
Is it David Ali wants that belt back? What's going on? And, we kind of went through our thoughts with Pure Goodness. He's back.
He's back.
Wait, he felt neglected. Maybe, why was he away? Did they force him out? It doesn't seem like that would be something Preston, he would want him as like tangential to the America's Most Hated faction.
He would want Pure Goodness around.
Like as an ally, not necessarily within the faction.
For sure.
With that, so why is he coming back there? And it's Shotgun Charlie Walker coming back as the commissioner. What's going on with this Connor Mason?
I'd love to know, man. Just give us one more.
I couldn't believe they couldn't comp him to come in and watch it as the commissioner.
Yeah.
He had to pay like us regular folk, which
$10 at the door. Man.
Yeah, didn't get to pre-buy. Didn't get to pre-buy that bargain. So I will preview what's going to come up. Maybe we'll have more answers.
Hopefully.
I know we're going to look into the J2 Strong and how he's doing.
And then we'll see what happens from there.
And that brings us, it was a full week of wrestling that Saturday, and then the Wednesday brings us to SWA Vindicated.
Yeah. Vindicated 19. We before that we got to interview Blaze, see what's going on as far as him and JP Nasty and where that's going.
Why is Rod
not featured on the poster?
Yeah. Things like that. We will. I guess I don't want to get ahead of it, but we're gonna get some answers soon.
True.
On that, but first match, strong. I think both of these opened up with strong, like both Spinebusters and SWA, strong first matches.
True.
Scyther versus Dark Raid. Scyther's new to the SWA thing. Dark Raid picks up a victory, and he's a by any means necessary kind of guy, and I can appreciate that. He plays a heel, and he does not care. I think he feeds off the hate.
Make America hood again.
Yes. He feeds off the hate.
Yeah.
And this comes off of the something brawl, the Bower County brawl, is that right?
If I'll co-sign.
Right. We know it's the brawl that we think we couldn't make to because we were out of town.
Yeah.
But man, he feeds off. He's one. I think I'd like to see him elevated somewhere. And what type of does he need a belt? No.
And we've seen that.
Yeah, he's had that over their middle cruiserweight belt. But what's going on with that? So hats off. That was a great opening match. Within led us to Dan Lydon and Alex Knight.
The one half of the Nightmare Syndicate.
Yes, so we don't know where Alex's brother was at with this one. Hope he's okay, and look forward to seeing him back because I think it's one of our favorite tag teams.
True.
In there, and we've seen some great in-ring action from those gentlemen. But the Street Bandit,
Hansel of the Society,
came in,
rushed and attacked Dan. It was normal of the Street Bandit to do it. It's expected, but what
mocking the Soviet assassin?
Yeah, all the time. And then, but what hurt in this match was that Alex started helping Hansel.
Yeah, so I was confused. And then this is the point, right? We see why does your GM, your commissioner, whatever you want to call him, steps in and goes, all right, boom, asked the Soviet assassin to come in and help out Dan. And we were talking about this earlier. The Soviet assassin has been making a turn towards the light.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, the crowds have endorsed this.
True. Here's a word for you. Has he defected?
Oh, that's a good one.
Defected to the to the right side of SWA.
So Mayor Russell sent us this message, and I'm going to read it. Good morning, guys. Pavo had more enough twists and turns, which it was, twisty and turvy. Seems like Alexander Knight contacted the former SWA tag team champion Hansel to help him out. Lucky for Dan that I saw Hansel sneaking around and had the Soviet assassin on standby and ready to help if it was needed. FYI, the Street Bandit and Hansel were former SWA tag champs under the name The Society.
Oh, so that's where I got it wrong. So it's not the Street Bandit, it's Hansel.
Okay.
Hansel was the guy.
Okay, it gets confusing. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of back storylines, so we caught our own botch right there.
Good deal.
So, anyway.
Does this mean, let's just take this.
All right.
Does this mean that Nightmare Syndicate is over?
I hope not.
I mean,
is this going to cause a schism between the brothers?
It would be something.
Maybe we need to reach out for next show.
See what happens. And
we need to make a note on that. Email Nightmare Syndicate.
But in this match, you got Dan Lydon and the Soviet assassin, and you take these two giants, put them together, and I think that was a good win for them versus Alex and Hansel.
So, and I think why they jumped in, that made more sense to why Soviet assassin and Dan are on the same side now.
True.
I like that storyline made sense. Which brings us to the SWA Women's Championship. Lena, we were supposed to do an interview with her.
Yeah, the Slayer was not.
No show. Ghosted.
No. She did not. She ghosted us.
And was not in attendance. And so Roxy Rouge,
the Madame of Mischief,
threw out an open challenge. And guess who responded?
The king of the lightweights, Chris Spider.
Who we secretly...
we root for him.
We root for him, but just not in public.
Yeah.
Inside. Took the challenge. He pops up in any challenge, the least expected challenges ever.
Yeah. But he's there. Maybe that's his stick. How can I pop up?
Yeah. He pops in. So, but Roxy took care of business.
Fairly easy.
Yeah, came in and took care of business. And so the question is, A, will Lena show up for the showcase? And where's the most unexpected place we're going to see Chris Spider pop up next time?
Will people start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider?
That is a good question. He's going to be ending a boop, doo and then that's the Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah.
But where's he going to pop up next?
I say he gets into some kind of tag team. and we'll see what happens from there.
So who? I guess I question the other. Who would Spider be a good tag team member with?
Here's a funny one for you.
Yeah.
Chris Spider, Kangaroo Jack.
The Dandy?
The Dandy.
Is the Dandy tag team? Well, he's more of a manager or valet person.
I think you just need him there on the sideline.
Yeah.
And it still works. He doesn't have to pin anybody.
Okay.
He can still wear a suit. Part of this one, as it ended with Roxy winning, she did issue the challenge to the Slayer for the Summer Showcase.
Yeah.
Reminding us fans to go out and tell SWA, we want this match. We want Lena to come back.
And I say like this, should Lena forfeit for no showing?
What is it? It's been 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point you're like, am I really...
You're an absent champion.
Yeah. Which, I'll ask you this question a little bit later on in the show, but absent champions, how long do you give them?
Yeah. Maybe Blaze needs to address that issue.
Hit us up, Blaze.
Yeah. We're sure. Next brings us Rod Grimes versus Scarface, Waylon Barley.
And what is it? Beatrice told us the reason why Waylon Barley got this win. It just slipped my mind.
We didn't write it down, did we?
No, it wasn't in the writing time.
And the winner of this one gets the title shot for the SWA Championship belt, which is held by
James Morrison
of the Punkadelics.
Yeah.
And we should have wrote that down.
It was an amazing, I will say, great explanation. I just can't.
We just didn't. We weren't smart and wrote it down. We thought we'd be able to remember it in our ginormous brain cranial areas, and we totally screwed that one up. But Rod Grimes loses
to Waylon Barley,
and so he's going to get the shot at the showcase.
Now this one's kind of interesting. That it would be Waylon Barley versus James Morrison.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a match that we've seen. And it's something that would be interesting compared to the norm of what it is.
Yeah.
Compared to who's been fighting for that championship. Mm-hmm. It makes you wonder, is James Morrison truly the champ of SWA? If you miss a event, should you still be the champion?
Well, I mean, he wasn't on the card.
He wasn't even in the building.
He wasn't, but he was not on the card to defend that because I think they're saving that one for the showcase, and this one would determine who's going to be the champion. So I mean, that logic to me makes sense.
True. Does that answer JP Nasty's thing of why is the champ on the poster, but without the belt?
I mean, to me, I don't have an answer to that question.
Gotcha.
That's a good rhetorical question.
Okay.
I think we will know more about how JP Nasty works when we get him an interview with him, a sit down to what's going on, and that will be happening pretty soon here. We'll have it right before the showcase.
Gotcha. And last thing I know I'm saying, Rod Grimes, did we witness the separation of Rod Grimes and Dandy Jack?
Rod Grimes after this does not just melt away like a snow, and I don't know. I have a terrible analogy. This was not the last we hear of Rod Grimes that night.
Okay.
He was not happy about the loss.
No, he wasn't.
And it got Rod Grimes. You didn't think Rod Grimes would get uglier? He got uglier.
Oh yeah.
Throughout the evening, which the next match, Vince Lewis.
Welcome back.
Back after some surgery of some sort, some serious injuries, things, and going against the Barefoot Badass, Matt Gilbert, for the AIWF
National
Championship. And that's the Independent Wrestling Federation. And
this one was technique.
It was very technical.
Technical, endurance-based. I think at one point we're sitting there like, wow, Vince Lewis is, in his first match back, he's going this long.
Right.
The rust wasn't there, like you would expect in this situation. Mm-hmm. Barefoot Badass gave Vince Lewis a run for his money.
Right.
But in the end, you have Vince Lewis coming back, winning a championship.
In the way you expect, after several almost pins, Mount Gilbert, the barefoot badass, taps out.
Man, what a great way to come back. The fans were very happy.
Yeah.
Everyone was happy to see Vince Lewis back.
It was like a return of a lot of people were happy to see. Roxy, Vince.
Yes.
So there was a lot of this kind of... It was almost like a homecoming show for a lot of the card here. So that sets up main event.
The SWA Tag Team Champions, the Renegades versus the Task Force.
Yes.
What would you call this? Part 3, Part 4?
Something along that lines.
Here's one thing to set this match up. You have Dax and Maverick undefeated. And then, but before this match even started, you had the moment of Dax looking at Maverick for like one last time, giving the hug, as if they could see something that maybe we couldn't see as fans.
Right.
As, hey, maybe this is the last run.
Yeah.
Throughout the match, you saw the Renegades play a good hand. They were on point. They knew how each other worked. Dax was usually giving his power self, but Task Force came prepared.
Right. I was expecting, like, I still believe in the biscuit conspiracy. I think this may have been cause for what happened, the results of the evening.
The biscuit conspiracy, gotta love it.
Because he was asking for where's his biscuits?
Yeah. What will happen?
And did he get his biscuits? And this is what happens once he gets his biscuits.
True.
Where has Dax been? I mean, that was never explained.
How does Mozzie feel about being,
Yeah, Mozzie's been holding up his end and then come in and then boom. This is what happens.
You look at Task Force, after trying so many months of trying to get this belt, finally hitting all cylinders. Mm-hmm. They know their opponent. They know their moves. How can they get over that little hump? And it seemed to be that the only way that they could get over it was our guy.
Yeah.
Scoundrel Rod Grimes.
Shows up.
Makes his way to the ring.
And apparently, Task Force has joined the dark side of the Force.
They are in an alliance now with Rod Grimes.
And this goes into where does JP Nasty have a hat into this?
And then you wonder that Task Force turned pretty quickly. I mean, not to bury the lead, but Task Force is your new SWA Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
But as soon as they won those belts, there's something about having that belt around your waist that changes your personality. They were no longer faces. They were more...
Right, they turned heel.
Yeah.
Just 180 degree turn. Grimes grabs the mic and says, I told you big change was coming. I think this was a change nobody could predicted.
Not
because
at all.
You saw people go, what? Did you people were like losing their lunch. They were just like it was a very jaw-dropping moment.
True.
And the fact that Task Force could go so brutal, so quick, having a title that important.
I didn't think they needed it.
So, did they need it? Probably. I mean, they were over already.
Yeah.
So, but this created the problem. Task Force, after the board of directors at SWA announced they are suspended until August 17th. And if, we may see the Renegades back at Showcase, depending if they get cleared, because there was a severe beatdown.
True.
And they will not be allowed to defend the championship, the tag team championship, until the suspension is concluded. Which brings to the question, okay, if they won it unfairly,
true,
should they have the championship belt? Should that revert back to the Renegades?
It makes sense. Or should it be, or should they do what they did with the Cruiserweight?
Have a
it goes
tournament?
Right. Because think about it. This mirrors the Preston versus Dark Rage situation.
Right.
Dark Rage throws a fireball, comes in as champion. Boom. After so many times of this happening, this interference,
Right.
the board of directors, the uppers,
Right.
say, well, we're going to put the Cruiserweight in limbo.
Yeah.
Task Force and the Renegades, this happens. Should this be put in limbo until we can see what happens?
Exactly. I want to jump back because we haven't been doing our predictions.
No.
Okay. Since we've got everything out there on this one, our first one that we talked about, I'm just going to go in order I have it here. we both predicted Vince Lewis would get the AIWF championship belt. We were both correct on that one.
Go team.
With the the Roxy Rogue versus Lena thing, Rouge. We both agreed. I think we talked about this. We're both right. One, Lena holds on to the championship, and Roxy won.
Yeah.
So we both got that one. We call that a push. And then the tag team, we were split. But what happened, I would say it's a push. I picked Task Force, you picked the Renegades. No one could have predicted what was going to happen.
No, I could not.
So, and we won't really know anything until really August. So we got a cliffhanger there. But those were our predictions on that, and that was when we were all over the map on that. I mean, so we were both wrong on so many on that ones. But after everything happened and went down, Rod Grimes came back out, and Missy Hyatt had a message from JP Nasty to Blaze, the GM, the commish out there, saying that that the board of directors, regarding particularly about Rod Grimes, because we know Rod Grimes and JP Nasty are in cahoots together, that Rod Grimes was screwed over by not being allowed to have a number one contenders wrestle a number one contenders match. Right? He feels like he should get the belt, the SWA championship belt, and so the board of directors is now ordering Blaze to give Grimes a title shot against Vince Lewis for the AIWF championship belt at the next showcase in Pavo.
We almost saw this one.
Yes.
Before this match.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it turns out when it's a full.
Yeah.
Both healthy.
Blaze was not for it. He was going to fight the man.
Yeah.
Vince Lewis, person of upstanding character, not willing to look, turn anybody down. I guess he's like the fighting champion.
Yeah.
Champion fighter, however that goes. So he said, I'll take it. And so that is on, we know that's going to be on the card for the the Southern Summer Showcase, July 19th in Pavo, Georgia.
20th.
So that, what's it?
July 20th.
July 20th?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at Showcase. It's 19. Jeez. All right. Good one. July 20th. You caught that's a botch take.
We got it.
We got it. So that's going down in Pavo at the Peacock Center. Thoughts on this? I never would have predicted Rod Grimes turning over on everybody. That includes superfan Beatrice.
Yeah. Everybody could have got it.
She looks shook.
No more Rod is God.
Yeah. But she's going to be a fan. She still to this day carries a torch in her heart for Rod.
Yeah. Task Force turning heels. Could not have predicted it.
No.
That was one of those, whoa.
Yeah.
That was definitely a big one. Renegade's future. This one, I'm kind of, I'm not happy the way they lost, but it does offer up a new separation for them. Maybe Dax can go for the SWA Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And Maverick, when they bring it back, can go for the Cruiserweight.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And then, let's check this out. They go back and get their belts from Task Force.
Yeah.
Double champions.
Yeah. 3 champ. You have the heavyweight, cruiserweight,
And then
tag team.
it'd be interesting.
That is a dynasty.
But I'm just back here. Not writing it.
No. What's up with Alex and the Nightmare Syndicate?
Please let us know.
We got to reach out for that.
All right.
And what does JP Nasty really have? He always says, I got the dirt on Blaze.
I got it.
Got it. And so I'm interested with that. Hopefully you are as well. And that's going to be something we're going to be working on that interview soon. And that will be tied into one of the episodes. That'll be something we do. So those are our thoughts. What are your thoughts about what happened at Vindicated? There, we're interested to see what's going to go on with the summer showcase. Maybe our questions will be answered. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. This brings us to our food reviews. So I went to El Camino, the Cali-style Tex-Mex / tequila bar. Their margaritas, top shelf. Top shelf. The food, I've had better. I couldn't believe how long it took them. Like Mexican food, it's usually pretty quick service.
Yeah.
Not so. Took a while. Salsa, not as flavorful as I want, but the margaritas were excellent. I would go there for a happy hour any day of the week.
Sounds good to know.
To make up for that, the next day I went to Rico's Tacos.
Excellent tacos in Valdosta.
Yes, probably some of the best.
Top 3.
Top 3. What would you give before that one?
Nah, it's like number 1 and then everyone else.
Everyone else, yeah.
La Jalisco and then what's that other?
There's a place over there by the Moody Air Force Base that's really good too. The one that's been in the gas station.
Oh, we'll have to look that one up.
We should do a nacho tour too. Their nachos are good. So Rico's Tacos, but we did the 2 different Taco Bells after each show.
Yeah,
And it seemed like it was the same angry girl working at both of them.
we understand it's late night. You see our faces coming in at 10 o'clock when you know.
You want to get out of there. You don't want to be there. You want to be with your friends. You want to be texting. You want to be everywhere but your...
But then you see these people come in. And we promise. I want root beer. That's something that's missing in these Taco Bells in Valdosta. The root beer machine is always down.
The root beer was there. It's in a side thing. You got to look for it. But the one gal at the one over on the south side of town, they had taken the nozzle off, so you had to like put it up there. Otherwise, you hit it and like your soda, your fountain drink goes over everywhere.
Tricks to the trade.
So we got out of there before it got ugly between the manager and that angry chick.
Yeah,
You said we dipped just in time.
that was we always seem to make it out of Taco Bell just in time.
Right before like the stuff hits the fan. So I thought the better experience was after we went Wednesday after Spinebusters.
Because Blast was with us.
Yes, Blast, who has been missing some of the shows because of personal reasons. So glad to have him back in the fold.
Yeah.
In there. So again, battle. Which of the 2 Taco Bell? You have your choice. Which of the 2 would you go to?
I'd probably go to the one near the hospital.
Okay.
Is
that Ashley Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley Street, I'd go to that one.
And then there's one on Gornto.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right.
Okay. We still want to be Taco Bell famous.
Yeah, we're not hating on Taco Bell.
We still want to be.
Though I got to go back. You got the nacho box. It was a better experience that we had than we went to the KFC Taco Bell coming back from
Sylvester.
Yeah, Sylvester, Georgia.
For sure it was. It was fresh chips.
Yeah.
Not,
raw ass shit.
Yeah. So, way to go, Valdosta, for having fresh chips.
Yes.
And actually wanting to serve it.
Yeah, I would put that on there, so we forget. So, help us become Taco Bell famous. We don't want to be viral. We just want to be Taco Bell Valdosta famous. Subscribe to the YouTube page.
Like the Facebook page. Share it all. It is the Professors of Wrestling. Join in the discussion. We still want to be a community. I'm Dorrian. You can find me on all of social media at D2Baber. And Dave.
I'm at Just a Professor.
Way to go.
All right.
See you next time.